Hello and welcome to an episode of Atomic Vinyl Reviews. My name's Jacob, and today I want to talk about the recent announcement of the Legendary Pictures MonsterVerse film Godzilla vs. Kong being delayed to, I think it was May 21st, 2021, as opposed to being released in November of 2020 this year. Now, the reason I want to address this isn't just to inform you of this delay, because I'm pretty sure everyone and their grandmother's uncle has already heard this news, so that's all taken care of, but I wanted to comment on some of the reactions that have gone down from this announcement, especially the director being directly targeted with some pretty aggressive comments and stuff like that. So I get it. We're all impatient here. We all really want to see this movie. As kaiju fans, Godzilla fans, movie fans, we are desperate to see this climactic battle, this hopefully well-crafted story. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But first and foremost, I want to say, just because the director is the one who announced this, doesn't mean it was his decision. Bear in mind, very importantly, don't overlook this, we just went through a huge global epidemic. This thing hit hard. It stopped the world in its tracks. Things are still recovering. We're not even past it in some parts of the world. Around where I live in Australia, it's kind of easing up a lot, but generally still in a lot of places globally, it is still quite restricting of things. So this thing was global. This was huge. So the fact that a movie was postponed by a bit less than a year is a really insignificant thing in the larger scheme of things. Now, I know us as Godzilla fans think this is a huge travesty, but just bear that in mind. In relation to everything else going on globally, this is a small thing, right? And secondly, Legendary Pictures is a massive company. I'm sure that the director himself had very little to do with this film's release date and all that sort of stuff, especially with this global crisis that nobody planned for, nobody intentionally put out there. Hopefully, fingers crossed, there's so many stupid and crazy theories out there. Who knows? But still, definitely not Legendary Pictures' idea to postpone this film. This film would be out if it could be, basically. And we've seen so many other film studios, going through the same thing. That's the other thing. So many films are going to flood the market the moment that cinemas reopen, which for my country, at least my town, I hear is about in a month, give or take. We'll see how that goes. It might change, it might not, but definitely towards the end of the year, we're likely to see a lot of cinemas reopening globally, a lot of films flooding the market. And we want this film to do as best as it can as a fandom, cause even if the MonsterVerse films don't continue after this, which the best chance that they will continue is if this film does well, but even if that's not the case, I'm sure a lot of us want these films to be taken more seriously in the Western world, these genre kaiju films, and for this film to do well, it's really important that the film does well, I should say, for that to happen. And I've heard a lot of people saying that this film, they should put it on streaming sites and all of that sort of stuff. I don't believe this film is going to first be taken seriously as, a real cinematic experience if it's just thrown up on digital streaming sites. Secondly, I doubt it's going to make back its budget doing that or make a profit and all that sort of stuff. And thirdly, I don't want to see this film for the first time on my home TV. I want to see Godzilla and Kong on a massive screen in a cinema. That's the first way I want to see this film and I want to experience it. And I don't have the self-control to wait if it was put up digitally for in the meantime until it is released in cinemas later on, or if it's, might not be if it would be released digitally in the first place and all that sort of stuff. So I'm happy for the decision in that regard, and I think postponing the film till later on gives it a better chance, and hopefully it gives it a better chance of not being overcrowded by other movies, because with the King of the Monsters movie, that film was slightly overcrowded by Rocket Man and the Aladdin remake and all that sort of stuff. So we want this film to do as best as it can. So that's a definite positive. Another thing is I really hope that the extra time gives the filmmakers more time to refine this film. Now, I've heard rumors that the film itself is pretty much complete with filming, but I hope that this gives them time to get the CGI and the effects up to par, that the editing is really refined and all that good stuff is all done, and this extra time really helps the film breathe and come to its own in that time. So perhaps this is a good thing, because they have postponed this film before for the same reasons, and that's why a lot of people are getting really frustrated. I'm here with you. I want to see this movie. I'm super eager to, get right into it. But at the same time, I think this is for the best. I will definitely add that we need to get a trailer. People have been saying for ages now, where's the trailer? This has been taking too long. We need some sort of teaser, some sort of trailer, something, because public interest in this movie is gonna wane if there isn't something released. Now, us in the Godzilla fandom, we're trying to soak up every little tidbit that's being dropped, every leaked photo, every whatnot, but for most normie audiences, they're not really gonna be thinking about this film if they don't do something. Now, personally, I want them to reveal as little as possible about this movie in the trailer. I'm one of those people who want the trailer to just get you hyped for a film, but tell you almost nothing about it, if possible. Spoil almost nothing. So that's what I'm hoping we'll see, and it's about time that they do release that really soon, especially with this wait coming up. But yeah, that's just me, guys. That's my little opinion about this movie being postponed. I'm a bit upset, but at the same time, I genuinely think it's for the best, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the final product, and I'm keen to hear your thoughts about this delay as well. So do put those down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So with that, may all your vinyl be irradiated vinyl. Over and